The Revo ACU British Championship heads to Foxhill near Swindon on Sunday, where all the regular championship riders will be lining up at one of the most famous tracks in Britain. It's hilly, it's fast, it's spectacular, and it offers really good viewing. But let's face it, not all the eyes are necessarily going to be on the battle between the men at the top of the championship points, but on one man, the Bullet. The club has pulled off a massive coup by attracting the 5-time world champion Jeffrey Herlings to the MX1 class on his factory 450 KTM. And of course, it's just 1 week after he made history by clinching his 102nd GP win to finally overtake Stefan Everts. Now, the Dutchman has now won more GPs than any other rider in history, and he did it as he's approaching maximum speed once again. After more than a year off, he made his return in the UK at Hawkston this year and definitely didn't have the speed and racecraft of his rivals or that he used to have. He started near the front when he went to GPs, but has been playing pretty much second fiddle to Jorge Prado. That was until a few days ago, when he beat 2 of his main rivals, Prado and Ruben Fernandez, both Spaniards, on their home soil in Spain. Herlings went 1-1 to show them who's the boss, and he proved he's getting back to his old winning ways. It was a typical major psychological blow that Herlings is so good at. Now, of course, he won't be under so much pressure at Foxhill, but he's a racer through and through, and nothing less than a double win will suffice. Now, he's never raced on the track before, so you can expect him to do his usual routine in practice. That's to get out there early and start pounding out fast laps right from the off. He'll only stop when the checkered flag comes out. That's his way of learning the track and the speed that he can actually go around it. Now, Foxhill has a lot of jumps and blind drops, so it'll be worth getting there early to see the Bullet magic as he gets to grips with the circuit. Will he have it all his own way? Well, let's be realistic and say it'll be a brave person who'd bet against him winning. But there are riders who know the track very well and will be keen to get as close to him as possible. And those riders are series leader Harri Kullas, Honda teammates Conrad, Mewse and Josh Gilbert, plus defending champ Tommy Searle, who is now much fitter than he was at the last round at Lyng. Now, at that race, he was still not 100% fit from the rib injuries he picked up at the first round. He wasn't up to full speed or fitness. And bike issues meant he didn't go the full distance in race 2 when his clutch expired on the last lap. Now, he's now fit again. He won at the weekend in a centre race at Canada Heights and wants to show his old nemesis Herlings that he's still got it. The pair have already had some light-hearted exchanges on social media this week. Herlings posted content of the pair back in the days when they clashed in the MX2 series. Herlings said, "I'm going to cut you off again like this on the weekend, buddy." And Tommy replied, "Be careful, we know how you're so delicate these days." And guess whose grammar and spelling was better? Well, put it this way, it's a victory for the Dutch education system. But let's turn to the serious battle at the front of the British Championship, where Harri Kullas leads on 95 points from Mewse on 88 and Gilbert on 81. Of the 4 British Championship motos run this year, Kullas has won 3 and had a single third place. So of the 3 riders, you'd think that he would clearly be the favourite at Foxhill. But his double win came at the mud of Oakhanger, where the Honda duo had a mix of bad starts and issues really during the races. Now, Kullas won the opening moto at Lyng, although he was chased all the way home by Mewse with Gilbert third. Then in race 2, Gilbert took the moto win and the overall. And since then, the Honda pair have been on top form in other British races. All 3 of these men can clearly ride on all conditions on all sorts of tracks, but Gilbert does love the hard pack, and he's blazing fast around Foxhills. Now, Kullas is clearly fast everywhere, and Mewse might excel in the sand and mud, but he hasn't won a British Championship moto yet, which have both been in sand or mud. He's had 4 second places, and he desperately wants to win. So it's definitely going to be a close run thing. Now, of course, there's Shaun Simpson, who's won plenty of races at Foxhill and currently 4th in the championship from Brad Todd, Jamie Carpenter and Martin Barr. And at the last round, John Adamson and Evgeny Bobryshev were 4th and 5th overall, so they are clearly quick. It's going to be a great spectacle. So turning to MX2, at the last round, wildcard Jack Chambers rode his Dixon GP Kawasaki and after a lap scoring recount was declared the official winner. But he's not entered for Foxhill. Instead, it looks like Isak Gifting will be defending his 17-point lead from the Gas youngster Bobby Bruce and 250 two-stroke rider Jake Millward and ex-GP rider Taylor Hamill. Gifting, like Kullas, has won 3 of the 4 motos this year, but he's had 1 second place. Last year he battled with Conrad Mewse at Foxhill, so you know he's fast there. Now sadly there won't be Jorgen Matthias Talvico on the line again. He was second overall at the opener despite a crash. He was in severe pain after the race, and X-rays later discovered he'd fractured vertebrae, so yes, he finished that race with a broken back. Those Eastern Europeans are pretty tough. But he's still not ready to race yet. The MX2 class has a real mix of established riders and young up-and-coming stars. For example, the established riders, there's ex-British champion Elliot Banks-Brown, who's won the MX2 title twice, plus Carlton Husband and Josh Spinks having a wildcard ride on a 2-stroke, and Lewis Hall making a comeback. And then there's youth aces like Charlie Heyman, Joe Brooks and Carl McNichol. Now there's also youth classes on the day. These include the Revo Kawasaki's Billy Askew, who's been in amazing form, Jake Walker on the 125, Wal Beanie and Josh Vale on 85s, so it's going to be a great day of racing. So be there, or you can watch it live streamed for a £5, and of course we'll be there to bring you news as it happens, plus lots of photos and our highlights edit packed with behind the scenes action after the event. But can you really miss out going and seeing Jeffrey Herlings firsthand on an awesome track? I think you need to be there.